Dodgeball.
Yes. So that was the movie that was submitted by our YouTubers. It won our first poll of the sports movies to watch.
Yes.
And so that was our assignment from last night.
Yes.
And you put it out there. You've been doing – so I need to ask you from the viewers' end of watching what you were doing.
Yes.
There were times where I couldn't hear you, and then other times you popped in. So I'm not watching you. How are people watching you besides the phone?
So, I mean, that's it. I don't know that it was on the Twitter client Periscope.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can, I truly, honestly, I think you can watch it on your computer, but I know you can watch it on your phone. I don't know why you couldn't go because it links it on Twitter. I don't know why you couldn't click the link on your Twitter client on your computer and watch it that way. But the way it's set up is very simple. I had the movie on, and then I had a camera on me in the bottom right.
Yeah, and you were just kind of in the corner.
Yes.
And the dog was around every once in a while.
Yeah, Nacho, the Chihuahua, showed up every once in a while, and I put her in the screen. And then we had chat. So there was a few ways to talk. And then the only unfortunate thing is because of the way the stream works, and again, I'm new at this, I had to go into the properties and delay the audio a little bit so that the movie sound would match up. I felt like that was more important because that delayed my voice.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
So my voice wouldn't match up with my lips when I talked, but I was talking far less than the movie was on. I figured that would be better for the
and maybe you just weren't talking as much because I saw the comments. I made a few comments. I would see people make comments, and then every once in a while, then I'd hear you laugh or make certain comments.
Sure, and I tried to keep. I didn't want to. Be overbearing on the movie. People are trying to watch and listen, and there were some people there that hadn't seen it before. Weirdly enough, I didn't realize I hadn't seen it. I think until the year it came out, I hadn't seen it.
Oh, really?
In a while,
which is good because Jay shared the same thing. I had just seen it probably, and again, it's one of those movies that if it's on, I will watch. I haven't seen from start to finish like this one again, but probably everything blends together. But I'll say maybe 6 months ago.
Okay.
So I felt like I had seen it recently.
Gotcha.
So both you and Jay had not seen it in a while.
Right.
But just an overall quick review, I guess, of what you saw.
First 30 minutes to 40. Oh, basically, let's take the movie from the beginning until Rip Torn shows up as the coach. Patches O'Houlihan, played by Hank Azaria in the throwback video.
Phenomenal character.
Phenomenal character. Yeah. And then from the time Rip Torn shows up to where Jason Bateman and who's it, Gary Cole?
Yes.
Show up as the announcers.
Cotton and Pepper.
Those to me that's when the movie continues to shift gears because I felt like the beginning until Rip Torn, it didn't really do much. I thought it was slow. There were some mildly funny moments. Ben Stiller was funny, but not to me, not as funny as a lot of people thought. He was entertaining, it's fine, but he wasn't making me laugh. But then when Rip Torn showed up and started throwing wrenches, that was phenomenal. And then once you get Jason Bateman, truly stole this movie.
That to me, those two characters, the best part of the movie.
Stole the movie. And somebody mentioned, who was it? Oh, they said that they thought Jim Breuer would have done a better job in the Jason Bateman role. I love Jim Breuer, and I completely disagree. I think Jason Bateman knocked it out of the park. And I think in those cases, too, there were so many – it was your typical movie, This isn't an Oscar winner. It's downtrodden guy, overbearing guy, rivalries, the nerds rise up. There's a down moment when the head nerd gets upset and storms off, and then
it's the pep talk from Lance Armstrong.
Pep talk from which
phenomenal.
Didn't stand up well, but was awesome. Especially when Lance is sitting with him at the bar and saying like, I pulled up my britches and went back and kicked some ass. It's like, yeah, with your blood doping and lying, but this was beforehand.
But I'm sure you have a good reason for quitting.
Sure, you have a great reason for quitting. And then obviously the nerds win in the end. Spoiler alert, and that's it. But the writing is what did it because there were so many random things in this movie.
Some funny lines that just kind of seemingly throw away that. Rip Torn's character right now, if that's played today, is it okay?
No. Oh, God, no. There were, and I'm okay with this, by the way. There were definitely many things said in this movie, many words said in this movie that, but Rip Torn's character was an old homophobic,
yes,
thisophobic, thatophobic, whatever.
Inappropriate.
It's part of the comedy.
Yeah.
He's an inappropriate character. He's not running for president. He's not trying to head up your local company. He's played as a rough character. But just like the guy bringing up on the text line right now, like the kid, who's the kid? Justin Long. Washing the truck while the big truckers just get all that soap in there.
Yeah.
Just the different lines, the different randomness, and the fact that I forgot that the bad guy from Grandma's Boy, I forget his name, but that's one of my favorite movies. The guy, did you see Grandma's Boy?
I did not.
Oh, wait, you haven't?
No.
I didn't know this. Have you seen Grandma's?
Yes.
Okay. Did we know Jason hadn't seen Grandma's?
We did not.
A quick, I'm not even, it's not even registering. Who's in that?
Artie Lang, right?
No, Artie Lang's not in Grandma's Boy.
Oh, I'm thinking, I've seen Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy, it's a Sandler production, but it's not Sandler. But it's got Sandler's group.
Okay, it's got to be the guy. What's that guy's name? That's in Benchwarmers and
there's a guy.
Sean Salisbury.
Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2.
Well, probably. I don't know who you're talking about. It's a guy who's
Nick Swartzen stars in it.
Nick Swartzen's in it.
Doris Roberts is in it. Linda Cardinelli's in it. Oh, yes.
Who's the main character? What's his name?
Oh,
Do you have the cast in front of you?
Alan Covert.
Is that who it is?
Yes.
It's the guy that everybody will recognize.
Jonah Hill and Kevin Nealon are in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Wow, that's an old picture.
It was released January 6, 2006. Had a $5 million budget. Box office at 6.6.
That's the main character. That
he's in all
know his name, but
he was in Wedding Singer and everything.
Jay, he's the guy who said they were cones.
Yeah.
Jay, have you not seen Grandma's Boy, or you have?
No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
long ago.
For you. Okay. Anyways, it was that type of thing. Dodgeball is I'll wrap up my review. Dodgeball is a very stupid movie. It's dumb. And there's a lot of parts in it that are really lame. However, it's not trying to be anything else. And there were so many different moments during the movie that I laughed very, very hard. Mm-hmm. I love random comedy.
Yeah.
And when random stuff like in Happy Gilmore where you see remember what was it, the lady when he was Happy Gilmore, the lady that he got on the intercom with?
Oh yeah.
Because you don't want breakfast? Like the most random stuff I'm into, so I very much enjoyed the movie. And the cameos. Chuck Norris,
William Shatner.
There's one
Lance
other.
Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. Yeah, is that it? I mean, they're just random cameos.
So what did you think of this character? I don't know if he's the main character, but it's White. Right?
Okay.
White Goodman.
right.
W-H-I. It's White. My name is White. W-H-I-T.
I'm White.
Right.
How about this?
I know you. You know you. And I know you know that I know you. Oh, I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you thought that I thought I was once. It is over between us, Kate. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
That was awesome. Random.
It gets a little moped on the back of Michelle.
And then this giant of a man who's cut like all get out. His name's Michelle. And he rolls up on a moped.
And
White gets on the
signals him on the way out. Yes. So, Jay, you said you had not seen the movie since it came out.
Yeah, and that movie came out like 2 weeks after I graduated high school. So it's been a while.
Okay.
Wow.
I remember loving that movie, seeing it in the theater, thinking it was hilarious. In 2020, it's just kind of okay.
Didn't hold up, huh?
I mean, I think you put it best. It holds up in parts. There's parts of it that are like laugh out loud funny, but at this point, that comedy is very early mid 2000s.
Yes,
very early mid 2000s. Like that was a whole genre in itself. But there were certain characters, like looking back, like the pirate.
Yeah, Steve the pirate.
Like, why is this a thing?
I enjoyed that.
I didn't. I actually found his character to be super obnoxious.
But weren't there any moments where like they're just all sitting around, like when they were all sad about the $50,000 they needed, and everyone's reacting, and then the dude's just like gore, and like that made me laugh.
You know why? It just didn't fit the rest of the cast. Like the rest of the nerds are fine. You know what I mean? They all fit a stereotypical. I think Justin Long's character stole it for me. I want to be a cheerleader so bad. Right. You know what I mean? And the opening scene of him. What was his name in the movie again?
That I don't remember any of their names.
But when he just announces himself in front of the judges for the cheerleading, and like how excited they that was hilarious.
Squashed.
Yes.
And the retrospective where he tried out for the cheerleading.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah.
Right, where he gets he announces himself. Someone, hear it.
Right. And then she falls on him.
Yeah.
And then
again, that does not hold up, by the way.
Sound it makes.
But the sound it makes when she gets up.
Yeah.
Oh. It's an uncomfortable movie. And sometimes I don't like those, sometimes I do.
Yeah, so Steve the Pirate sucks.
Okay, you didn't like Steve the Pirate.
I know that was in its time like the LOL character, but it just doesn't fit. I watched through it and I just didn't really find myself laughing much.
Well,
and I was kind of disappointed. Like I almost wish I wouldn't have watched the movie so that my memory of watching it first held up.
Yeah.
And I don't know for me if it just stayed in that nostalgia. Like I enjoyed it when I was out. I had seen it periodically through the years. And to me, it kind of hits the sweet spot. If I laugh and continue to laugh, like it's good. It's a good, and to me, it stays a good movie. Like it's not amazing. It's not an Academy Award or anything like that, but it hits those. I laugh enough. I still laugh now.
Sure.
Entertained by it. The story is very predictable, but
it's a very talking about
it's a fun movie.
It's fun. A very plug and play plot.
Yeah. You were giving Jason Bateman a lot of credit, but we got to give Gary Cole a lot of credit though too on that broadcast.
I totally agree, and a lot of range as an actor. He plays that guy, and then I know him from he was Bingo Bob Russell, the vice president in The West Wing.
He was also an agent in Entourage. He was great in that.
He was Mr. Brady in the Brady Bunch remake.
Yes,
that's right.
As well as Billie Jean King. What's her name in this show?
What is
Ben Stiller's wife?
I think that's her name.
Yeah, she was
Christine
Marsha
Taylor.
Brady.
Christine Taylor.
But yeah, here's some clips from Pepper and Cotton. To me, they make the whole movie. They absolutely make the whole movie.
Agree. Oh, I do.
You gonna feel it? Oh, what? God, right in his beak. Turning average Joes into the proverbial pumpkin.
I sure do like pumpkins, Cotton.
Average Joe's wins in a shocking upset.
I feel shocked.
Forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
He's got to make a play here, Pepper.
Word, Cotton.
Looks like it's going to be a 2-on-1, a menage a trois of pain.
Usually you pay double for that kind of action, Cotton.
This sport doesn't build character, it reveals it.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
It looks like Peter LaFleur has actually blindfolded himself.
Yeah, he will not be able to see very well, Cotton.
Unbelievable! Ladies and gentlemen, I have been to the Great Wall of China. I have seen the pyramids of Egypt. I've even witnessed a grown man satisfy a camel.
Pepper needs new shorts.
Those two, and you know what? I think Jason Bateman in that is fantastic.
He's awesome.
He stole the movie.
Fantastic.
Do you think there could have been a spin-off movie
with those two?
With just those two?
Yeah, it probably would have been dumb, but I would have enjoyed it.
Of course. I mean, that's where the Ocho was invented.
Yes.
Now it's a real sort of channel once a year.
Yeah.
We need the Ocho.
Just the master of the obvious. What he said. It was just to me that was silly funny.
In these times, is the Ocho kind of important?
Very important. I wish ESPN would replay their Ocho broadcast right now. That would serve a purpose because it's all those sports that we just don't normally pay attention to.
Here's one. Did you guys pick up on that Ben Stiller's character is based off his character in Heavyweights? Is that true?
Only I've seen Heavyweights.
There are definitely parallels there, yes.
From the 209. Necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No. But it's sterile and I like the taste. Gary Cole's also Ricky Bobby's dad. Good call there. Wow.
Marty said he hadn't seen it before. I liked it very much. The extreme randomness made it the next level.
Yeah, Marty was on the broadcast with us last night, and Marty and I both traded surprised and shocked reactions when Lance Armstrong. Like, I completely forgot about Lance Armstrong's character and his cameo, and that didn't hold up.
No, but Chuck Norris, I think, filled that perfectly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is old Chuck do? Chuck's in his 80s now, right?
No.
70s.
Okay, quick guess. Celebrity birthdays.
Oh, man.
We'll go 77.
I'm going to go 72.
Jay?
54.
You just said he's in his 80s.
54?
50. It's not 54.
He's 80. I was right.
I told you.
That's what I said, too.
That's what I said. You said 54, idiot. We told you it was 8.
Ryan,
Wow.
Oklahoma's finest, Chuck Norris.
Wow. Is his real name Charles Norris? Probably
let me
is,
look
right?
again.
No, sorry. I knew you were on there.
Jeez.
So in the end,
Yes, no, it's Carlos.
What?
Carlos Ray Norris.
that's
What?
made up.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Carlos Norris?
Carlos.
Isn't Carlos like Spanish Charlie? Isn't Carlos Spanish Charles?
I don't
or
know.
isn't Charles English?
Who cares?
Well, what I'm saying is that if
His name is Carlos Ray.
if he went from Carlos to Chuck, and if Carlos is Spanish Charles, then is there a Spanish Chuck? Is what I want to know. Like
Not even gonna try.
If your name
Carlos.
is Carlos, and you live in a Spanish speaking country, is there a Spanish version of the American or the English Chuck? I want to know what that is.
Okay.
Carlos.
It's Carlos, but Carlos is Charles, and Chuck is short for
Oh, I
Charles.
see.
Okay. Speaking of Chuck Norris,
Yes.
would this count as a sports movie? After Major League 2 wins, I have another one. A Chuck Norris movie. You guys seen Sidekicks?
No.
I have not.
With him and the late Jonathan Brandis? They enter a martial arts tournament together.
That's sports.
Yeah,
That counts, right?
I would
I mean,
think
we just did dodgeball.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, what about this? The plot to Grandma's Boy is a fight over a video game that professional video game makers have. Does
Not a sport.
You could put it on the poll and
Right.
see. I don't think it'll do well. Hello.
if I had a nickel for every time I heard that at the job.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the end, I would recommend it. I enjoyed it.
I
Letter
would-
grade it.
I would too. I'd give it like a
D for dodgeball.
I'd give it a C plus. Like it's worth watching once and maybe on a repeat.
I'm a solid B. I
Wow,
enjoyed it.
solid B.
I'm sort of with Dave. I'm a C. It's average, like the Joes.
Isn't
Could they have done a sequel? Worth it? No.
yes, I think they could have.
What's the sequel?
I think the sequel would have tanked.
White's got to start a comeback.
Yeah,
right.
White's
Because
gonna-
at the end we see him that he's
Absolutely
eating his misery and he's gotten heavy.
Yes, thin Vince Vaughn and Mary McCormick. Or wait, it's not Mary McCormick. That's
Wrong
Mar-
Marsha
real
Brady, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Christine Taylor.
Thank you. They squeeze out a couple of pups, and they
Oh, it's their kids in dodgeball.
yeah maybe
But we need
yes.
Pepper and Cotton.
Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn's kids. They go at it. They're running the gyms now.
Oh, okay.
And then they go out. Maybe it's in high school or something. And then they go at it. And Justin Long and all those guys are uncles.
Someone's got to play the role of Patches.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Because unless Vince Vaughn and Christine Taylor have the knowledge now.
What if you made?
I thought Patches was dead.
What if? Yeah,
Yes, that's
he
what I
is.
mean.
But what if you made Patches O'Houlihan like a Force ghost in Star Wars, and you just brought him back like that?
Is Rip Torn dead?
Yeah, he just passed. I think.
Yeah,
within a year or two.
Really?
Yeah, not that long ago. Although I say that sometimes, like, oh, he just passed, and it was like 8 years ago.
And he was older than I thought.